C.W. Johnson Jr. here, folks. It is January 5th, 2018. Happy New Year! I hope your New Year's been going well so far. Mine has. It's been cold around here in Louisiana. Very beautiful, though. I like it cold in wintertime, just not as cold as the East Coast in New England is getting right now. So God be with those people and bless them. Uh, this is what I've been reading, watching, listening to this week. Andrew Jackson and the Miracle of New Orleans, The Battle That Shaped America's Destiny by Brian Kilmeade. Back again, I was reading this last week. I reread it because there's a lot of interesting information in it. Some information I had not heard before, about the Battle of the Sea Turtle, information on the Creek Wars, Ursula, things like that. Again, I cannot stress this enough. This would make a great epic summer blockbuster release. Possibly produced by Jerry Bruckheimer and directed by Michael Bay. So I reread it again. I was up at the library earlier the day, recording my video segment that I'll be putting up Monday, hopefully, if I have time, since I'm going to rehearsal tomorrow for a mystery dinner theater I'm in. So I hope to get a video up about this one, about how the Miracle of New Orleans should be a movie. I hope to get that up Monday, since Monday is January 8th, and that's the 203rd anniversary of the battle. So hopefully I can get it up Monday, but I did not get a lot of sleep last night because I was at work, and I won't get a lot of sleep tonight because I'll be at work. They changed up my schedule again. So hopefully I can get that video up Monday. A friend of mine, somebody at work, gave me a William H. Johnston Western, Never Seen Deader, a Sawbones mystery. I like Westerns, I like Louis Moore, but I really can't get into it. I'll let you know more about it next week. A book I did finish this week was, there's those J.J. Abrams wares again, Blood Brothers. The Strange Friendship Between Sitting Bull and Buffalo Bill by Deanne Stillman. This is a very fascinating book. It's from Simon & Schuster. I've been fascinated with, there's the author back there. I've been fascinated with Buffalo Bill since I visited his home in North Platte, Nebraska, about 12 years ago on my high school family trip out west to Wyoming in that area, Montana. So these are two fascinating characters in American history. Very nuanced friendship, though Stillman's writing style is kind of whimsical. I felt like I was reading an old hippie because it was all over the place at times, very waxing and philosophical about history and politics and poetic and things like that, and a lot of interesting but random information in places where it didn't really seem to belong, like something's taking my car again. I hope that is not a serial killer. Anyway, so it is. I think that's the dogs. Anyway, so it's a very fun book. Like, there's random information parts where it's like you've made a footnote there, and instead of like going back and putting it where it should have belonged, you just put it in parentheses where it's you remember to put the footnote. And at times I felt like she was going to start waxing philosophical on a mandolin, start playing a mandolin, saying "Go into the wilderness." But it's a very fascinating story. I recommend, if you're into Western history and Americana and Native American studies, you definitely need to read this book. It'll make a great movie, like P.T. Barnum biopic, The Greatest Snowman. Because it's interesting, like a lot of people think Buffalo Bill's exploited the Indians, like in the modern sense. But the truth is, he actually gave the Native Americans a better alternative to the reservation system because they're better fed, better clothed, better taken care of at the Wild West show than on the reservation system. So it's like, free entrepreneurship versus government welfare state. And definitely a good book I've been reading this week is 12 Years, 12 Strong, the declassified true story of the horse soldiers by Doug Stanton. This was originally published as the Horse Soldiers, and after this, it's from Pocket Books, and it's the movie that's coming out in a few weeks, and definitely going to see that, produced by Jerry Bruckheimer. Definitely a fascinating book that honors and respects our veterans about the first boots on the ground in Afghanistan, so definitely going to go see that one. Support movies that honors and respect and help us remember our American warriors. What's I've been listening to on the way back from Mountain Magazine. I listened to a book on tape about the real St. Nicholas. It was by William J. Bennett. The guy who read it reminded me of the guy who read, I think it was William J. Bennett, read the Book of Virtues that my family used to, which were also by William J. Bennett, that my family used to listen to on our way out to Knoxville, Tennessee, several years ago when we would go out to family conferences out there. So it brought back a lot of memories of going out to Knoxville, Tennessee, and traveling throughout the South. I've just started a book about, it's funny about the saints, the legends of the Catholic saints. You could start a Marvel type universe based on the legends of them, and you could call it Agents of the Shield of Faith. Anyway, so I just started the day. I started Selected Sorts, Celebration of the Short Story, Even More Laughs. It's a NPR type program. Conan O'Brien, I believe, or read the first book on it. So I'm on the first CD right now. So in between listening to CDs, I've been listening to the radio, news, country music. What I've been watching, I watched On Wings of Eagles the other day. That was the continuing story of Eric Liddle after Chariots of Fire. So that was a very good movie about a little random at times, but a very good story there. I watched Tora Tora Tora, about the epic movie about the attack on Pearl Harbor. I watched Champion. That was a hidden Christian movie from 2017 that should have gotten a lot more attention, but unfortunately it's been relegated to Redbox. Went and saw The Darkest Tower the other day. Darkest Towers, that was a great movie, very imaginative, very well done, very beautifully shot. Had a good grasp of visual storytelling, very imaginative. At the same time, honoring and remembering heroes of World War II like Winston Churchill, who was a lot like Donald Trump in some ways. So I could definitely see it getting an Oscar nomination. Gary Oldman did a great job, although I kept expecting him to go up on the House of Parliament and send out the back symbol, because I know him as Commissioner Gordon from the Batman movies by Christopher Nolan. Watched that. Watched the Waco documentary last night on ABC. I watched 6 Days, a movie about the siege, hostage situation that took place in London back in 1980, in which Arabs took over the Iranian embassy in London. So it was a very fascinating movie about that situation, about how the special forces had to go out there and rescue the people. And I watched another hidden gem from the Red Box the other day that was called This Beautiful Fantastic, a very quirky British comedy, family friendly for the most part. I definitely recommend. It was very beautifully shot. So that's what I've been reading, watching, listening to. Just if you want to keep up with me on this, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, of course. And so I'll let y'all know next week what I've been reading, watching, listening to, and hopefully I can get my video up about the Battle of New Orleans. And hopefully Jerry Bruckheimer can produce a epic summer blockbuster release about it. Thank you. Have a great day.